Okay. We are back on a box. Back in the box, but on a box. Multiple boxes. There's multiple boxes here, and we're back on a box. In 30 days, I'll be having the biggest show I've ever had. Now, what does that mean exactly? You know what? I'm gonna move this camera angle so I can play some videos over here. Hold on, let me switch this angle. Okay, yeah, I just thought it'd be cool. I figure like 50% of the people who watch these videos will be playing them in the background to kind of hear my story, and then the other half will actually watch them. So I want to make sure I have something visual over here. Anyway, in 30 days, I'll be having the biggest show. What exactly does that mean? This will be by far the most amount of original pieces I've ever shown at any show. It's with a law firm in downtown Phoenix called MPBG. That stands for May Potenza, Baran and Gillespie. And they invited me to come do a show at their place. And I never, ever leave this gallery. I have this space so I can show. Galleries take 50% of your income. That isn't necessary when I have this space. Whoops. That isn't necessary at all when I have this space. And I can just invite people here. I can be in control. But with this new, okay, look, You Are Amazing worked great. You Are Amazing was bright, vibrant. It kind of did its own marketing because people are naturally drawn to color, positive messaging. And then over time, it just denigrated, I might not be using the right word, but it denigrated to an Instagram background, and it felt flat, and I was putting color on the canvases, but it didn't have color because it just wasn't filling my soul. And for me to move with this new expression, it's imperative that I explore new audiences and open myself to new opportunities. So I've never worked with a gallery before. That is crazy to say. I've been doing art full-time 6 years and I've never worked with a gallery. I've never given up a percentage of my income that I create from art. But in this scenario, it makes sense. This group of guys is also involved at the Men's Art Council of the Phoenix Art Museum, and I love Phil is his name, Phil Wilson. He has so much loving energy, and I feel heard, I feel cared for when I work for him. He responds quickly. I feel like he gives a beep about me and what I want to say and what I want to create. And I feel like, okay, look, as a creative person, what you really want is you want someone to come to you and say, hey, what do you want to show? And how can I facilitate that for you? And how can I get out of the way so you can create and be your brightest self? And so anyway, that's exactly what Phil has done. He's created a space where I can just show what I want to show. He's gonna allow me to do a performance. I did suggest that I do one of the nude paintings that I've been doing, and I think they thought about it pretty quickly and they were like, no, we don't want to deal with that. I get it, it's a law office, but they have lawyers and they could handle whatever comes their way. Anyway, I get it, it's a lot. it's a lot. Most of the shows that they've done are pretty tame and pretty like chill and public art safe. So I know that would be asking a lot, but you know, as a creative, you really want to just be free, and you want to be encouraged to just show what you want to show. And so that's exactly what this group is doing for me. And so they're giving me the entire floor of this building, and I can invite who I want. They're gonna invite their clients and their friends. And I've been to one of their other shows and they are great. They provide the food. Like it's a no-brainer. So I'm all in on that show. So I have been painting and working on these canvases relentlessly over the last probably 3 to 4 months, and I'm 30 days away from actually showing this work. And so I am feeling so much right now. I'm actually gonna be hanging the show in about a week, which is kind of wild, but they want to be able to have it up in the space. And I'll also be doing a talk for for the people who work in the office and for their friends, I'm assuming maybe some of their clients, but having the show hung for at least a couple weeks, then actually having a talk explaining how I even got to this expression, and telling my story about working with PBS, about You Are Amazing, about cancel culture, about my upbringing. All these things are just this beautiful symphony of things that feel right. And that has been one of the biggest lessons for me processing my art career and my creative career over the last couple years, is that my truth and speaking my truth and being encouraged to be as creative as possible. If I'm not doing that, then I'm lying. If I'm putting money first before I'm putting my truest creative expression first, then that's kind of a mess. And that just, look, I'm almost halfway through my life. I'm 42 years old. I'll be 43 very soon. It's time. At what point am I going to commit to fully expressing myself? You know what I'm saying? Like fully expressing myself, just being who I really am inside. And well, it's time. It's happening right now. And you know, I'm documenting it, which is definitely interesting. Okay, so a couple really important things that I want to kind of break down about this show is that I'm a Gemini. I live in dichotomy, split life, balance, black and white, positive and negative. And so I've been working with bright colors for the last, 6 years, and it works. It's easy. It's kind of foolproof. It's kind of like, the thing is, everyone's doing it. All of my contemporaries are kind of doing the same thing. And this current expression it's a test. It's a test to see if my language and what I want to speak through the art can live without the eye-catching gobbledygook. I don't like that word. I mean, I do like that word, but not in this scenario. Without the eye-catching, I just like, a lot of the artists that I've been inspired by throughout the years, I can tell that they at some point just jumped off a cliff and they're like, look, I'm just gonna do me, and whoever ends up getting caught in my orbit and digging what I'm creating, it is what it is. And the ones that don't, it'll be divisive and will separate very quickly, which is perfect. That's exactly what I want. So this expression, I said all that to say, this expression is the opposite of what I've been doing before. Very similar hand, my hand is still in it, very similar, the humanities are still in it, but this is like food to me. This is nutrients to me, to do something that's the opposite of what I've been doing, to explore the other side of art. Street art, working on murals, simple murals that are eye-catching that people want to take pictures with, fantastic. Now it's time for this. Creeping away from street art and commercial art and working on these city projects where they only want the smiling humanities and not the humanities that are expressing the full range of emotion, and moving towards actually telling my story, not creating something that I think the world wants, but creating something that's fully in alignment with what I'm feeling at the moment and my heart. So this is a creepy moment in my career for sure. I mean, that's just the honest to goodness truth. You want to talk about a leap of blind faith. I mean, I don't know. Every great story has these moments. Every dynamic movie I've ever watched has these parts in it where somebody just has to trust. And so in 30 days, I'm gonna see what the universe has in store for me, and if this expression hits, and even if it doesn't hit, because I have to detach from outcomes. Even if it doesn't hit, I have to continue moving forward, because the truth, my personal truth, your personal truth, honestly is the only thing that matters. And to continue to pursue art through the lens of, I just want to do something that's going to work, but ignore something that's aching inside of me, just isn't going to work for me anymore. And so we'll see. What I'm realizing is that with this current expression, the work is so important. this isn't something that I'm going to be able to kind of half-ass. I have to work. I have to work, like hours. I have to make sure that I'm putting in the time, because I think that that's what separates, low to mid-level artists from the greats, is the work ethic. And also I definitely have a psychotic level of self-belief, for sure. I don't know where it comes from, but that's another thing that I've seen work, is moving as if you have something you want to be or somewhere you want to be. Every single day, move as if that thing is right around the corner. Move as if it's guaranteed to work. And I swear, the universe responds to whatever you're moving as if. So if you're half stepping, we'll make it about me. If I'm half stepping and I'm moving like I'm scared, the universe is gonna reflect that energy to me. But if I move with strong steps every day towards my goal, then the universe is just gonna give me that energy, and it fills in the gaps. I think we create kind of estimates of how much energy it will take to accomplish a goal. And then when we start moving in that direction, the universe kind of fills in. The universe does 50% of the labor that we estimated it would take. So you end up getting to this goal like, how the heck did I get here? I thought this was gonna take a year, and you get there in 6 months. It's just that psychotic level of self-belief and moving in the energy of the thing that you wanna see come true is what fills in those missing blocks for you. So it'll be interesting. I've been thinking about actually moving in here, bringing a bed and a blanket, and sleeping in here for the next 30 days. And just, there's only one way to find out if this is gonna work, and that's to full send. So I'm gonna be recording the talk that I'm doing for the law firm. I'm gonna be recording this event, the actual art show, and creating a bunch of media to get people excited about it, and sending out invites from today until the day of the show. So pray for me, y'all. I dream of being an inspiration for someone who is thinking about chasing their dreams, because I had people that inspired me growing up. This is gonna sound crazy, but sometimes I think about when I was a kid, I used to go to this mall, and there was a guy that would always be in the food court he would wear all Hello Kitty apparel, and he had a little Hello Kitty ukulele, and he would never play the ukulele, but he always had head to toe pink Hello Kitty gear. And I remember growing up thinking, wow, that guy really doesn't give a you-know-what. And I never forgot him. And there's parts of where he was at and his just left of centeredness that I really admired. And so there's a part of me that wants to kind of follow in his footsteps and be the silent instigator for someone else to just fully trust in whatever it is they want to do, whatever it is they want to create. And so that is a big part of my journey in this process, is the dream of being an inspiration for someone else. So anyway, I've done enough yapping. Wish me luck, 30 days out from this show. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you in the next one.